Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're all doing very, very well today. We're at the end of the week. Soon I'll have to be going to bed and get up and go back to the normal things for the week. It was nice this week was actually quite nice because we had the long weekend, and then whenever there's a long weekend, it always feels like the week is like, it is shorter. It's truncated, so you get back to the weekend even faster. But even then, the weekend still feels like it just goes too fast. It's Monday morning. Oh yeah, Gusto. Oh no. For you and D, it would be Monday morning. It's the start of the week. You're up early. Hmm. I hope the day goes fast for you. I'll be asleep soon, so like it will go. I'll wake up and you'll be like done your day. It's weird how that happens. Like I like you close your eyes and suddenly you wake up. You just kind of like teleport through time, but like everyone else experienced time at the most normal speed. So it's like, huh? How does that work? Hello, Lassalot. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you guys? I didn't really have much of a plan for this stream. I'm gonna be honest. I, I put into the Discord. I asked in the Discord like, uh, that's actually kind of comforting. Yeah, like it'll fly by. Trust me. Hello, Norax. How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty okay. How are you doing? New banners, fancy. We got some new banners. If you guys scroll down to my about section, you'll see some new banners I got done. I think they're super cute. The one thing I am annoyed about is I can't, like, the Discord one, I can't get that to be in line with the socials one. But I think it's okay because it still kind of looks like it fits because it's just kind of like taking up the space that would be blank there. I'm actually thinking maybe I should move the credits and the donation image across. That might be a good idea. Then it's kind of like, you have these kind of longer ones in the middle, and then on the ends you have kind of like shorter ones. Mhm. Mhm. Um, and yes, I have since added a. Hang on, where's my thing? You had a tsunami advisory yesterday, but everything is fine. Why did you, Norax? Why did you have a tsunami advisory? That's not. I wouldn't want to have to go through a tsunami advisory. Was it just advising on what to do if a tsunami hit? Was that all it was? Like, there wasn't a tsunami warning? Yeah. I. Bread review? Yeah, so basically I had no idea what to do today. I was kind of like, well, I play a game, but I just didn't really feel like playing a game. I guess maybe we will move over to playing a game in the second hour. I'm not too sure, but I kind of just put into the chat, into the Discord. I was like, guys, I don't know what to do, and they were like, Haru was like bread review, and I was like, okay. So I looked up a bread tier list, and we're gonna review that in a little while. But we'll do our little our thing. Have I considered playing I Am Bread? I don't. Am I gonna become a bread tuber? Well, I already have become a bread tuber down there. Hello, Haru. Welcome in. Welcome in. I should play that game actually. That's one of those annoying games. No, no. You're not meant to poke your bread, Haru. If I'm gonna be bread, then you're not meant to poke it. Until you get like weird dents in your bread. Drown check. Do I have water in this? I don't have water. I have to go get water. Definitely a bit of a rage game. There was an 8.0. 8.0? What the fuck? Earthquake near Honduras, so the Caribbean was an advisory, and where you're from. There was misinformation, there was panic, but nothing happened. Well, I hope Honduras was okay, and I'm glad you're okay, Norax. Okay, let me quickly go get some water because I might need it. Before I go, thank you very much to Ari_Rusi 7890. Okay, I'm back. Let me take a quick sip. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you, Romer Kent 216 for the follow, and thank you for the bits as well. That's very cool of you. Thank you, thank you. Very sweet of you. So many earthquakes recently. Hello, Tasty. Wait, no. You were here earlier. No, I think sometimes I just don't say hello, and I know I didn't say hello to people. Even though I've read their comments, so I'm like... it's weird. I have to say hi. You said hi, don't worry. Oh, I see, I see. I see. Hang on. Oh, Rualor. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Ari. It's nice to meet you. Well, you can learn all about me on this video, which has my my actual YouTube stuff, or my full lore background. But welcome in, everyone. My name is Rua Uaquilta. I am a half-human, half-Tuatha. That is the god peoples of Ireland who inhabited Ireland before the Gale arrived. I was a Fenian warrior, a part of the Fianna, a war band back in around the 2nd century AD, led by the great Fionn Mahul. Rua Quilta. You love my model? Thank you so much, Ari. That's very nice of you. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, by the way. Thank you so much. My mama and papa worked very hard on it. Worked very, very hard. I need to contact Mama and ask for new things. Because I think I need to contact her. The hair is so fire. Yes, yes. You need ears? I have ears. Look, you can see the ears. You can see them. You get like glimpses of them. You get glimpses of the ears. You didn't bring your marshmallow? Oh, I'm sorry, Romer. I'm sorry. You can take a little bit of brua down there, bread rua, and like toast it in the fire. He grows it back, don't worry. He could have made some s'mores. I haven't had like a roasted marshmallow in a while. Cat, dog, elf ears. No, now hang on a second. I want to get hairstyles. New expressions. Now ears too. It's gonna do so much. There's so much I want to do with this. And it all costs some money. Speaking of money, I was gonna say, you guys, if you guys haven't seen it, you should check down in the new panels that I got in my About Me page. Aren't they pretty neat? Aren't they really cool? If you guys check, I definitely retweeted it on my Twitter, so you can find the artist who did it. Oh, wait, I should put it in my credits. I should put in an About Me. Who did these? Please, someone put that in the Discord chat to remind me. But if you click on Rua's like this face, you can find a way to directly donate to me, so that you don't have to like pay 50% of Twitch tax. Pay like 50% of Twitch tax. That is, of course, if you want to. You shouldn't donate to me just because I ask. Even though, no, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. No, give me your pensions. Give me your pensions. I hope you guys have pensions. It's good to save. It's good to save. take a bite first. Tied up, dying mother hairstyle. Oh yeah, with like a bigger braid, like all my hair in a braid over, like rolled over onto the opposite shoulder. Wait, can you get sub benefits through direct donation? You cannot. I am sorry, Lancelot. You cannot. Like, I suppose the way that would work is like. No, wait, hang on. That doesn't make any sense. I was gonna say like I buy you the sub, but like you can just buy the sub in that case. But yeah, it's there. It's there. I thought I know some people like there being like donation things, or it's stream elements, or you can have like what's it called? I have a throne, but I have nothing on it. What money? Well, I know you don't get any money, Haru. I already kind of like don't pay you much, so I don't expect you to pay more on me. That's kind of what certain companies used to do, you know. Like mining towns, for instance, they would basically build a whole town, and you would be paid in basically company dollars, company bucks, and you could only spend it in the company areas. And they'd basically make you buy, like, the drinks, the tavern, the bar, the food and things. Sari. I don't know. Sari's in a singing mood. Baby, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Hi, how are you? I think maybe Sari does that when she likes someone, Haru. Maybe that's what that is. Or you just have a very weird husband. You know, I saw one of my VTuber friends recently filed their taxes, which is very important. Make sure if you're a VTuber that you file your taxes. Remember, stream income is taxable, and especially you know. You might even still get hit with double taxation, which can suck, but yeah. But, like, from what I understand in America, it's really annoying to have to file your taxes because I don't think they have any sort of pay-as-you-earn thing, do they? You have to do it all. You just filled in your introduction on Discord. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. What is taxes? Taxes are things that you pay when you have income. So I don't think you have to worry about that, Norex. But we have a thing in Ireland called Pay As You Earn, which is basically every month the company takes your tax that they calculate out of your paycheck. So like you basically pay it as you earn, exactly, PAYE. And then at the end of the year, you file your taxes, you go onto it, and they'll have all the information about how much you paid, and you put in like all other income and like any additional claims that you can make. It's actually very simple. Obviously, if you have loads of different things that you can claim, it's very good because you can get stuff back. But like a lot of the things that I can do, it's like it takes it from my gross salary, so I don't even have to do that. I can just like everything that I've done so far that is like a benefit tax wise is not claimable as a credit because it's already kind of like working through my tax. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's a very simple and pretty good system, I have to say. It's a little bit the website's a little bit awkward to use, but unfortunately, even this Fenian warrior in the woods has to deal with taxes. Hello, Gobbicus. It's nice to see. It's nice to see the goblin running around. I hope it's not too cold for you. The snow is a little bit deep. The snow is a little bit deep. It might be hard for you to run around. You can get close to the fire. It's okay. But yeah, I remember Mysterious. His fucking name always. Whenever I think of Mister. Whenever I think of Mister. Hi, Pip. Bread. Yes, we'll be doing a little bit of a bread review. Although, looking at the tier list that I have, a lot of them are things that I don't think I've ate before, so I'm sorry. But you're used to it. Are you sure you don't want to go on my shoulders? You don't want to sit on my shoulders, Gob? You can be out of the snow. You don't have to stay in the snow. Maybe goblins are naturally warm. Maybe they're like hot water bottles. The tax thing that he had to do was wild. Yes, yes. I don't know exactly what happened, but I believe he thought probably similar, because I think they have a similar process in England where it's pay as you earn. He probably thought that he was receiving his taxed income, like income that had already been taxed, so he was fine. Well, if you're offering, you're sure there's plenty of room. Yeah, you can sit, you can get out of the cold and sit in my shoulders. But yeah, Mister was getting paid, and he was like doing things like buying houses and all this type of stuff. I can't remember exactly how long it went for, but I think it was like a good year or two before he realized that no, Niji Sanji were not paying taxes for him. They were giving him his his salary, his earnings, and he was meant to pay the taxes. Now, there could have been something happening where he was being taxed in Japan and he thought that that was fine then, but I think he got hit pretty badly over it. Shoulders can fit the short stack. Exactly, exactly. No. Yeah, he got hit pretty badly with interest and fines and things, but I think he was able to, like, I think they discussed it down and it was okay. It was okay in the end. But poor Mister. He didn't follow the whole thing, but it took him a while to sort everything out. Yeah, like that's the thing. What are you talking about? We were talking about taxes for a little bit because my stream is the height of entertainment. We talk about philosophy, history, mythology. We talk about funds, investments, taxes, the type of things that you and your friends just talk about all the time. Ew. But no, we were talking about Mister and how he forgot to pay his taxes, and the UK government got a little bit angry about it. But yeah, Mister, like the first thing, especially if you're making that kind of money that Mister was making, the first thing he should have done is hired a CPA or an ACCA or an ACA. I don't think they have CPAs in England, actually. I think it's the ACA. And breast in a bun. Yeah, he should buy a breast in a bun. You're kidding, Mister was pretty cool. I liked his model. It was very cute. He was an interesting guy. He definitely had one of my favorite models of Luxium. Invest in a bun. If you would have got futures in like wheat right before the a certain Eastern European conflict, you would have done really well. You would have done really, really well. There was actually a thing that happened when that kicked off, and basically Russia and Ukraine are big exporters of a lot of the precious metals as well as working metals, and I think it was mainly working metals. I think it was tin or zinc or one of them anyway. One of the working metals. So there's this like trading metals exchange in London, and I think it was aluminum actually, or aluminium, pronouncing it like an American. Aluminium, I think it was, that the price of it skyrocketed. It skyrocketed due to supply line issues. And it got so bad because the people were shorting the price, the commodity of that. American Rua would be so wrong. No, wait, that's not an American accent. No, I can't picture an American accent. I saw some clips of I saw some clips of Americans like getting ready for the Super Bowl. And I think one of them made a joke about the other team. I don't even know what the joke was. And like the person next to it was like, Katie, that was such a good one, Katie. I was like, oh my god. Like, shut up. Sometimes American accents, I must admit, can be slightly grating on the ears. Sometimes they can be wonderful. Sometimes they can be like southern. Sometimes they can be like Gobbs's voice, which is very nice on the ears. If you want a nice voice on the ears, you definitely need to check out Gob. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. I was sorry. This is just something I was reading about recently. Can you hear my American accent? Let me think. Wait. Oh, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. Hey Pip, how you? Nah, blah. See, sometimes I can do it fine, and other times I can't, and I just like I can't find the right inflection, right now. The performance anxiety, yeah, yeah. That is a little bit of it. A little bit of it. You're like, you want to do something, but you don't want to be weird, or you don't want to like do it badly, so you get like nervous, and it becomes harder to do. Depends on the voice. Yeah, yeah. There's so many. There is a lot of different accents in America. To be fair, and I'm sure there's like decent regional differences, but like in comparison to places, I feel like anyway, like Ireland and the UK, the accent differentiation is quite small, quite small in comparison. Of course, maybe for Americans they wouldn't hear it as much. They'd just hear like, oh, that's an English accent. That's a slightly different English accent. They'd categorize things like probably the same way that I do. But yeah, in Ireland and the UK, you can have vastly different accents just a couple of kilometers away from each other. Especially when you get down to West Cork and they all start sounding a little bit like this. Oh, the West Cork accent is wonderful, I must admit. The West Cork accent is great. Hey, what? I can't compliment a goblin with a nice voice, with a nice. I was gonna say sultry, but I feel like that's a weird thing to say. But I've already said it now, so it's too late. But yeah. Anyway, so they were groups of investors were shortening the metal that was going skyrocketing because of what was happening in Eastern Europe, and they were making billions. And other companies were obviously losing billions because they would have taken out futures, they would have taken out positions on these metals where they would have bought them at certain prices and then sold them, and that would have like guaranteed a loss basically for them. And what this exchange did was actually cancel. They paused trading, which isn't uncommon, especially in shorts. Another example when they paused trading on something was like during the short of, was the GME, the GameStop share thing, where it was being massively shorted and a bunch of people started to actively counter the short, basically buying loads of investments, which caused the price to skyrocket, which caused the individuals who shorted the positions to continue. Like there is no end to shorting. Like you will continue to lose until you close out your position and accept whatever your loss was. They stopped trading then because they were trying to stop the massive thing. But the same thing happened during in this massive international exchange. They stopped trading, but they didn't just stop trading. What they actually did was they cancelled every trade. They cancelled every single trade for that metal that had occurred that day. They basically rolled back. It's like when someone rolls back a Minecraft server. They did that, which caused uproar, absolute uproar among the traders, which is fair because some of them were stood to make billions. But I think there was one that like was going to go into bankruptcy and would have brought the whole system down. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like things are too big to fail. There's some pretty... Oh. Unless you want to get face poked. I get face poked. I'll dodge. I'll dodge your face pokes. You're too small anyway, Gob. You couldn't poke my face. You're too small. You brained. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just talking about something that I was reading about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm starting to get a little bit interested in like business news. You heard face pokes. There's only been one today. Don't you guys dare. Goblins pouting are very cute. Goblins are great to watch them pout. It's fine, you just brainlet. It's okay. You're calling them short, but goblins are short. They're teeny tiny. And most times they might get up to the waist of a human, and that would be a very tall dwarf. You're a small duck. Because you're waiting for your perfect moment. Peck him? Don't peck me. Don't you peck me, Pip. Don't you encourage her to peck me, Haru. Get away from my like feet. Get away from my like ankles. I don't wanna have like a bunch of bite marks all over my ankles. Peck, 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 peck. I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna punch you guys. Peck the nose? What, are you guys gonna go like climb on the tree? You guys gonna like climb on the tree and like fly down and be like peck, 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 peck. Pipper, wait no, Peter Piper. Oh, that's hard. Pipper Piper pecked a pick of pickled pepper. Wow. Changing one word makes that way harder. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Pipper Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. They're just jumping on him. As some of the older people, as I've heard before, said, I'm gonna have to beat you guys off with a stick. That's what you'd often hear from like grannies or mothers when you know you got like your hair cut or you looked all cute as a kid. Thank you, Elijah Tucker, for the follow. When you looked all cute, and they were like, "Oh, the girls will be chasing you. The girls will be chasing you." And then you'll have to beat them off with a stick. You're beating the women off with a stick, no doubt. And you're like, no, stop. And you're all embarrassed because you're like 10 years old and you don't know what they're talking about. You're like, ew, no, girls are icky. They get cooties. Bread review. Yes, we'll be reviewing bread in a little bit. You know, why don't I pull up the? Wait, hang on. I'm gonna go studio mode real quick. Nope, that's ChatGPT. Hang on. There we go. Hang on. Okay, so we should have this up here. Bread is amazing. You can't kick you. You're too adorable to beat. I see, Pip. There's a dangerous thing about being too cute, because there's a thing called cute aggression, and that's when something is so cute that it makes one violent, makes one have to commit an act of violence, just to be able to feel normal again. So, you know, sometimes being too cute can be a danger. Let me move over here so that you guys should be able to be on the... Oh my god, look, you guys are on the tier list. Haru and Tasty are an S. Elijah, you're an A. You just joined, but you're an A already. Wow. Haru, you've gone down to C, unfortunately. Wait, no, Tasty's now in C. We're on the bread. Oh, Pip, you're in D and F. I'm sorry, Pip. Okay. Did you just hear violence? I was saying that sometimes you need to commit acts of violence so that you... Bread chat. But yes, this is going to be... Can you guys see this? The text might be a little bit... I'm sorry. Wait, hang on. We'll have little brewer there, but you guys should be able to see the text now. You guys should be able to see the text. Oh, wait, I have to have this over here now so that I can... Oh, no. Wait. How do I do this? I can do it this way. And that's right, fine. You're Kenough, Gusto. You are violently cute. Dragging you to S tier. So let's commence with our bread. And there might be some things here that people will say, that's not bread, that's a pastry. Look. If it has the same like texture of bread, I think it's fine to accept. Some people would be very strict on what they want bread to be. Bread is bread. So true. Bagels. I feel like I never really have bagels. Very rarely would I have a bagel. I can't even remember the last bagel that I had. And I feel like oftentimes they I don't know. I don't know if I like the amount of seeds on them oftentimes. Sometimes you get a pretty mid tier. I'd even go so far as to say D tier. I'm just not a fan of bagels. They don't do a whole lot. You can't see the options well. Okay, wait, hang on. Let me it's oh wait, no, I could like zoom in. Wait, hang on. I just have to do this. Nope, not that one. Oh god. Excuse me. I'm trying to figure this out. Is that a little bit... Oh god. That's like covering... Okay, we'll put it down here for the moment. We'll put it down here. You pick the seeds out. You don't like them. You're like someone who opens up their burger and picks out like the things they don't like. Haru. Bagels are just a sandwich with a whole meaningless sandwich. Yeah, that's I think that's probably a reason I don't really like them. I feel like I'm getting skinned. I feel like I'm like they're just being greedy. They don't want to give me the sandwich. So they're like, here's like something that has less things. Less tasty and more and boring donut. Edge's depression. Yeah, they're quite poor. I'm almost considering putting them in F. Almost considering putting them in F. I'm gonna sit them in D for the moment. It's a bread donut, yeah. Okay, Hawaiian roll. These are sort of like the rolls that you'd get for like soup and stuff, wouldn't it? Sometimes you can get like proper rolls, but then other times you get these like buns. Like to me, I call these like buns. You know, these are buns. These are pretty good. These are pretty good, I would say. I like them with you know, you cut them in half, get a little bit of a nice bit of butter on them, and you got something that's like perfect for dipping into soup. And I've had them sometimes when like I've seen them often used in like things like make your own sandwich stuff, or I've had them before with they happened to be breasts and buns, but these were like cut in half, like breasts, chicken breasts that were cut in half and like put inside. They're nice. They're nice for like little like finger food, I would say. If you're doing like finger food, toasted with cheese is nice. Will feature heavily today. Well, I feel like the rest of this is mostly normal bread. Like no, breast in a bun is not going to... We're not putting chicken breast between white bread, for instance. We're not going to be putting it between cinnamon raisin bread. We need WOD here. No, see, the thing is that WOD would just go, ew, butter, no. Like, for this whole list. Like, oh, all butter croissant. He's just like, no. Like, okay, WOD. Like, just incorrect opinion. Where is WOD? He's probably EP. But Hawaiian roll, possibly A tier. I'm gonna put B tier. It's a pretty good one, I would say. It's pretty good. Can definitely be very solid. But I feel like there are things that I would have above it. You know, there are things that if I had to choose, I would definitely have things before it. Oatmeal bread. Oatmeal bread. I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of these like rye bread, pumpernickel bread. What the fuck? That looks like cardboard. That looks like cardboard. Why would I eat cardboard? Hang on. Anyway, you love rye. So anyway, oatmeal bread. Oatmeal bread. I'm trying to remember if I have had it. Yeah, like a lot of these named breads, I can like be a little bit unsure if I've had or not. but I feel like it's decent. I feel like this would be like I've had brown bread and stuff before, and brown bread. We'll discuss this later when I get to white bread. Oatmeal bread is fine. Is like I would not turn it down. It can make a nice sandwich, but I'd probably put it in like C. It's a good standard bread. Nothing too crazy. Rye is kind of similar. I like the like see here like the crust of this with oats instead of. I suppose so. Yeah, you can see it can have kind of a different shape, and there'd be more seeds too. Like looking at the crust of this, it does look quite nice. I feel like I do apologize. I haven't like had all of these, so I'm kind of just going based off of looks as well. I feel like this one would be nice enough. Probably put it slightly ahead of oatmeal bread. Brioche. Okay, now here's where you definitely get into something that you might have in a breast and a bun. Like brioche buns. Like I know this in this case they're talking about like brioche bread, but brioche buns are solid. I really like. You love brioche. The brioche is very good. I quite like it. Like for burgers or things like that, it's just a really nice bread, isn't it? Very nice texture, very soft. Breast in a brioche bread. Yeah. And like this in this case, I'd feel like this would be a good case for an A tier bread. A tier, possibly like the gatekeeper to S tier. No, God damn it, Gob. She climbed into a tree and now she's poking my face. I tried to, I tempted her and she, how dare she? How dare she? Yes, Tess. Fair. I think this is a good position for brioche bread. I think it's a good position. It's sort of like possibly S tier, but like I'm going to be honest, I've only ever really had it with like burgers or breasts and buns. But like anytime I've had it, it's always nice. Like yeah, sometimes you can get a burger, that's just shit, but most of the time when it's a brioche bun, like you can tell like it's nice and it's nice, it adds to the burger. It's not just a bun. It's not just like fucking okay, here's a piece of random bread we found in a dumpster because we're McDonald's. Just put it onto the burger. Whole wheat bread. Okay. So I feel like I almost have to bring up white bread here to talk about it a little bit, but whole wheat is good for you. Like in terms of nutrition. Okay, look, a lot of people will say bread in general is not bad. I think of that 4chan fit meme where it's like actually bread is not very good for you. It has a high glycemic index, and some guy is just like, fuck you, buddy, bread is awesome. And that's how I feel. Bread is great. Bread is great. Whole meat bread? No. No, that sounds horrible. Bread made of meat? Ew. 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 That sounds disgusting. Whole meat. It's pretty flavorful. You like it for savory things. I would. It's pretty good and like it's healthy and it typically has like a lot of fiber, so it's good for you that way. A lot of people don't get fiber. Yeah, it wouldn't whole meat. What if you had a whole meat sandwich, like ham sandwich? It's just 2 pieces of meat sandwiched on top of a piece of ham. Meat bread sounds weird. I feel like meat bread would be weird. I'm amazed you guys aren't making any VIAB meat jokes. It's like that onion burger, but with onion burger. No, don't tell me they cut an onion in half and they made a burger out of it. Do you think they still put fried onions in the burger if they made an onion burger? Halves instead of buns? That's disgusting. That is disgusting. This is serious business, Ru. This is serious business, so we're not making the jokes. Breast in a bun, onion. Ugh. But yeah, I would put a whole wheat. The thing is like I don't mind whole wheat. Again, it's one of those breads that I would definitely have. I'm happy to make a sandwich out of it. But like there's other breads that I enjoy making sandwiches out of. But I would probably put it. You died. You had a burger wrapped in bacon with meat patties as buns. I'm not surprised you died, Haru. I'm not surprised you died, Haru. That sounds like a heart attack sandwich waiting to happen. Wadzop not being here is tragic. Yeah, he would have some great opinions. He'd probably be like, bagels are S tier. No, even he might disagree on that one. I feel like whole wheat bread probably gets into B tier. I don't know if it's as good as the Hawaiian roll. Sometimes you can have really good whole wheat bread and it can be really nice with soup. See, a lot of times I'm either thinking like on its own with a bit of butter. On its own with a bit of butter as a sandwich, or like how else would I like? That's kind of what I think, or like with soup. I I might keep the Hawaiian roll there for the moment. It's a bit less chaotic, but you do miss Wad. I think you just like punching him, Pip. Banana bread. Oh, banana bread. Na 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 na. Banana bread. Banana bread. It has that alliteration. It has the nice taste. I remember when like everyone was in lockdown during COVID and everyone was learning to make banana bread. It's so appealing. What? Oh, what's the rest of the lyrics? It's I got this feeling. It's so appealing for us. Oh no, I don't. I haven't listened to it enough. Did I get face poked without realizing? I was you. Dastardly fox, you cunning dastardly fox, how dare you? My cellular, bananular phone. I know the newfangled 4 have a version of that is amazing. Bread banana. Really, what it should be is banana phone. Hey. Excuse me. Oh, something got like cut in my throat there. Sadly, it didn't hit the nose too much. Yeah, I was probably looking away. Oh wait, you guys can probably see this. I have to keep in mind that you can see what's happening here, so I can't go look up like any weird sites. Banana in a bread phone. You have like a loaf of bread and you open it up, and there's the number pad and the screen. Would you guys know corn for you? No. Cornbread, right? Yeah. I just pull up and it's like all of my like favorite, like everything that's tagged and like favorited. You get the full explanation of like exactly what I'm into. I don't have that, by the way. Like obviously we all have our preferences, but I don't have like a list of things on some site. Test for free. Oh, I remember seeing that on Twitter. Yeah, I may or may not have done that before, but you guys are not gonna get to see that. You're definitely not gonna get to see that. But no, I really like banana bread. I'm a big fan of banana bread, and it may be S tier for me. It may be S tier. I love banana flavored things. I do love banana flavored things. He definitely keeps the list written down. Totally. Totally. This is actually a hard one because I'm a big fan of banana bread. You know what? Yeah, no. The thing with banana bread is that it's not something you make a sandwich out of. It's not something you make a sandwich out of. He loves Genzuki's banana. Sure, yes. I swear, I hope I never get popular enough to be like to get into Niji Sanji because I don't want like I don't want like clips of these streams going like imagine I got like so big that I was like collabing with Genzuki, and then like my debut mate, whoever my like EN debut mate is, goes like, oh hey guys, you want to watch this funny video I found, and then they show like me being weird about Genzuki and like saying I love him. Banana bread is less versatile, but it's so damn good. That's the thing. Banana bread is not a bread that you make a sandwich out of or you have with soup. I've never had it with soup, but I feel like it would not be nice with soup. Not your eye twitching. Just, I can't actually. It's hard to. I can't. Showing your Genzuki folders. How many? I have way more on my phone, I must admit. I have way more on my phone. But I've done this before. I just started showing images of Genzuki. You guys know I've done this before. Like, look at this cute... wait, hang on. Do I have the name? Yeah, hang on. Before I show the art... let me get their name. Oh, wait, no. I opened it as an image. Like, look at this! Look at this. It's so cute. This was done by @Dazzy. Wait, no, hang on. This was done by this person on Twitter. I hope they're still around. Got 1 terabyte of Genzuki on his phone. I don't know if it's a terabyte, but it's definitely a lot. Just loads of random images. At least it's safe for work. I would not like do such a thing to my Oshi. Be good, be normal. It's cute, isn't it? He's holding vowels. Technically, it's meant to be pronounced as walls, or sorry, it's meant to be pronounced as like waltz, but it's VALZ. It's vowels, but then that's Kaida Haru, and then that's Nagi Yokai. I only found out about the thumb forefinger heart thing. I only found out about that through Genzuki, true VTubers, I guess, but it was through Genzuki that I found out about it, and it's really cute. What? Okay, I'm not gonna read out the title of that one. I'm not gonna read out the title of that one. Oh, this is incredible art. Hang on, let me show you guys this one. This was some art that was made. I'm sorry, this has become a no longer bread stream, Genzuki stream. This was kind of early enough when he released his second model. This was done by this individual on Twitter. You guys can see that I do my best anyway. Sometimes I do forget. But Genzuki review. A tier list of Genzuki models, but like it's the only row is S. To be fair, there would be S and then there would be SSSSSSS, and it would be his long-haired model. It would be this one. It would be this one. I love this model specifically. That one's super cute. Look, he's just like sitting down. He's just like sitting down. That would be X. No. Wait, hang on. What has happened? Uh-oh. There I am. I think I disappeared for a little bit. Get rid of that. Hang on, before I get back into the normal stream, I'm going to very quickly grab this name and do this. There we go. Yeah, I think I accidentally clicked on something by accident. Genzuki maybe bread. Could one of you guys make Genzuki bread? I would definitely buy that. N- You know where you spend a lot of your time. I was just seeing what Wolf is into. Wolf is the one who posts all of those. Genzuki in a bun for Ua. Okay, let me get back to the breads. Yeah, I put banana bread up high. It's really, really tasty. Really tasty. Rua in a bun for Genzuki. Cornbread. Cornbread, I've never had this. That sounds crunchy. Which sounds weird for bread. Giab. Cornbread is really yummy, but Haru hates corn. See, I don't like. I've never have this. Only the crust is crunchy, but in a nice way. I do like crunchy. I do like crunchy gyat. No. You should try it, Rua. I will keep an eye out for it. I will give it a try. I think the thing is that corn isn't really like a big thing here. Like there is corn, but like it's not a staple. It's not like a big thing in the. Even though some people might like, I know for Americans the idea of like corned bread. I think it's like ham and corned ham or something. No, corned bread, corned ham or something, is like the St. Patrick's thing. But that's not a meal here in Ireland. I know some people have it, but I think that's more of an American thing. Which you haven't had. You think is a bit different than the cornbread you find in the EU. It's supposed to be American cornbread is so good. Never heard of that before. Yeah, I'm going to add. Hang on, I'm going to add a row that says. Oh no, I didn't want to add it there. Hang on. Oh, no, I can just do that. Neat. Like, never tried. Yeah, we'll put that there. Because I'm picturing like hard, kind of almost like a rice cake for some reason is what I'm imagining. Is what I'm imagining cornbread, but it doesn't seem to be. So I don't think I can accurately label that one. Cinnamon bread. Okay. I think the fact that croissant is here. I've had cinnamon bread before, and I'm a big fan of cinnamon. The cinnamon bread, I was kind of like, it was fine. Like, I probably wouldn't have it again. But if within cinnamon bread, because croissant is here, if within cinnamon bread we are also counting cinnamon rolls, like cinnamon buns, then like this is an automatic S tier. So like it kind of depends on which one we're taking here. Are we including or excluding cinnamon buns? I think we're excluding it because cinnamon bread that is not a cinnamon roll. The cornbread you had was just regular bread you could make sandwiches without. It was crunchier crust, but really inside soft. Okay. So for excluding it, I'm probably going to put this. I'd almost put it down in F tier. It just. I guess it was just weird. I think it was just weird having like. Because I'm so used when I think of cinnamon buns, like cinnamon type things, I think of the pastry. I think of that nice kind of crunch. I don't think of the softness of bread. If that makes sense. So I would definitely put it. It's almost down in F, but like probably lower D. I'm sorry to those of you who may be fans of cinnamon bread. So we come here, croissant, immediate S tier. Of these, there we go. Very vastly different things. Mm-hmm. I fucking love croissants. I love butter croissants. All butter croissants. Like I know they do croissants with different things in them, but like just a plain croissant in the morning is so good. Especially if they're hot. Like they're just so good. They're I'm gonna be honest, they're one of my main morning snacks. A lot of the time if I'm getting breakfast when I'm going somewhere, something quick to eat while I go somewhere in the mornings. I'll grab a croissant, and then I'll probably grab like a. I'll probably grab like a protein drink, like a chocolate chalky milk. I'll have that after the croissant. Fucking love croissants. Yeah, they're so good. They're so good. What's wild is that sometimes with anything are amazing, butter, cheese, ham, jam, other sweet fillings, they're all S tier. They're super good. They're super, super good. They are one of the goated. I remember I saw a video of like a guy going to like the highest rated croissant restaurants in Paris, and they looked unreal. Oh my god, I want to go there just to try them. But what was mad is that sometimes I've gone into like, you know, like coffee shops or bakeries, and they have like these croissants, and these croissants typically tend to be like these big croissants that look really nice. And then when I bite into them, they're actually not that good. They're just plain. While like surprisingly enough, the like the all butter croissant that I get in like Centra or something, like a corner store, is like way crunchier, way nicer. Like they have that nice shape and texture. While the ones I get in like coffee shops are always just like too soft. They need to have a bit of a crunch. That is what I will say. If you get a croissant and like you feel it and it's just like super soft, it's probably still going to be nice, but it won't be, you know, proper croissant. But a proper croissant, S tier, S tier. Scrambled egg and bacon. I don't think I've ever had that with a croissant, but that sounds kind of good. I'd be interested in trying that with that kind of crunch. Biscuit. So I'm guessing what they mean by biscuit here, because this seems to be an American-made list. Croissant tier. I'm guessing by biscuit here is they mean like excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Apologies about that. So I'm guessing what they mean by here is they mean like a scone, like scones. Those savory things that Americans call biscuits. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to know because like that looks like a scone to me, but it also looks slightly different to a biscuit. I'm going to be honest. I'm looking at this thing, and all I can think of is nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, dip it on in mashed potatoes, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, dip it on in mashed potatoes, and dip the mashed potato covered chicken nugget biscuit in the barbecue sauce. Yum, yum, gimme. Do you guys recognize that? If you guys don't recognize that, I'm actually going to feel old. I mean, I'm already thousands of years, well, almost 2,000 years old, almost thousands of years old, but like, I would actually feel a little bit old if you didn't recognize that. Please, Tasty. Please tell me you guys recognize this. Have you guys never heard Chicken Nugget in a Biscuit by Tobuscus? Nugget in a Biscuit. This has 42 million views. 42 million views. You're sorry too? Oh my god. You guys, you're old. I feel old right now. Tobuscus has gone on a fucking wild turn of a character arc. It's very strange, but I mean, you go back 10 years, 15 years, Tobuscus was one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. It was like him alongside people like PewDiePie, UberHaxorNova, especially like he was up there with like Smosh and stuff, I'm pretty sure. You love the Assassin's Creed songs he did. Yeah, he did all the literal parody songs. He did the literal parody songs. You were never a huge fan of him. You only knew him by name. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like I watched a lot of his stuff, but like a lot of it would have been like his parodies and things. But Chicken Nugget, a Nugget and a Biscuit was one of his ones. It's just ridiculous. It's nothing. It's just random. Like it's very much lol random humor, you know, lol random humor. But anyway, I'm gonna kind of lump in scones into this, and I like brown scones are really nice. I'm a fan of white scones, especially like freshly baked scones with like a good helping of butter on them. Oh, they are super nice. Fades into the left hand of a sleepy man. Howdy. Fade into the left hand of a sleepy man. How'd he fall asleep there? You've never had scones? Oh. Sometimes, like, the thing is that, like, the quality of them can kind of rise and fall, but sometimes you can get these really nice, like, big scones. And you can have, like, various things in them. Often you get raisins in them. But I like plain scones. They are really good, and I would definitely put them up in A tier. Possibly, like, I might put them slightly below brioche just because they're kind of, sometimes the quality can be a bit You've only had them in one place, and you don't know if they were very authentic, but they're so damn tasty. They're very good. Yeast bread. Doesn't most bread use yeast? Isn't like yeast a part of bread? Isn't that like something you need to make bread in the first place? Or am I thinking... Isn't it? Yeah. What do you mean yeast bread? That's just bread. But not all. Most doughs use it. There's just pure yeast in it. There's nothing else. Oh my damn. I may have. It doesn't ring a bell though. It does not ring a bell. Yeast bread. It kind of looks... It looks nice. It looks like I can't be certain. I don't want to put it into never tried because I feel like It looks nice. It looks very nice. It looks just like a nice bread. It looks soft, and the crust looks very nice. It looks like a soft bread, you know, not like a crunchy bread, but like soft. I feel like I've had this. But like, yeah, I feel like I put it. I feel like I put it somewhere here. Somewhere in like the seas. Surely it's good. Yeah, it just looks like regular bread. I'm going to distinguish it from white bread in a moment. But English muffin. Okay. All right. I must admit, I went to London a good couple of months back, right about a year back now. And over a year back. And I had them over there. I had them while I was over there. Crumpets. Proper crumpets. Oh, are they fucking good. I have to give it to the English in this instance. Their crumpets are good. Toasted crumpets. Put some butter on it. The butter melts down into the crumpets. Oh, was that a great idea? Grudgingly admits they did something right. Yeah. You want to try it now? They're so good. Good morning, Dee. Hi, Dee. How's my favorite angel girl doing? I hope you're having a nice time. I know it's Monday for you already. I know it's a Monday, but I hope you've been good. We're rating bread. As a baker, you agree with these rankings? Oh, I gotta make sure to keep up with these rankings. But I'm going to be honest here. I would put crumpets into into S tier. They are really good. The way the bagels so low, bagels are just like, they're less bread. You get less bread. They're a sandwich, but they're a bun with a hole in the middle. I've just never enjoyed them. I almost put them in front of banana bread. The few times that I've had them, they were amazing. They were amazing, so I have to put them there. Potato bread. I'm gonna be honest, I've never had potato bread. I know you guys are gonna laugh and go like, haha, he's Irish. But no, I don't think I've ever had potato bread. So I'm going to have to put this here. You haven't tried it, but you've heard it's good. Yeah, I've never tried. Is it okay? Never. I didn't even know potato bread was a thing. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've ever heard someone do it. Just like plain bread, but more like soft in a way. Ooh, that kind of sounds nice. Cinnamon raisin bread. See, I don't like cinnamon. No, I like cinnamon. Don't get me wrong. But I said that wrong. I like cinnamon, but I tend not to like raisins and things in my breads. I tend not to be a fan of things. And I already had like the cinnamon bread. Kind of lowish. And I feel like if you're adding, now this is kind of dumb that they have these two here. It's kind of dumb that they've included both of these. I'd probably put that in F tier, because I already are kind of like on the cinnamon bread. I'm much more of a fan of cinnamon rolls or cinnamon buns. And yeah, it's kind of like if you add raisins to it, it doesn't make it better. It might make it work for me. You like sweet breads with raisins, but it takes a very specific appetite. That's fair. That's fair. Flatbread. Flatbread. That would be... Oh, yeah. You prefer raisins and cookies? There's been a few cookies that I've liked the raisins in them. I personally prefer when those raisins are actually chocolate chips, but, you know, that's me. Flatbread is decent. Flatbread is pretty decent, I think. It's like a different, it's a little bit tougher, I guess, than regular bread. I know we're talking about bread here, and bread isn't usually tough, but it has a different texture. You've been a victim of raisins and cookies. Oh, Haru, I'm sorry. I know the pain. It's less fluffy, so it makes sense. Yeah, and it's nice for that. It's nice for that kind of different flavor. So I feel like I'd put that up in B. Maybe kind of ahead of whole wheat bread. I think there's some nice things you can make with it, and it just has a nice texture, different texture, but still like it's still bread. You still have like that core of like a bread, but it's different. It adds something. Flour tortilla. So I guess here we're talking almost like wraps and things. Like those are fucking unreal. Tortilla like stuff. Like you can use it for a whole host of things. Like it's great. It's really good. I often get wraps. I often get wraps during my lunch. One of my main go-tos is like white wrap with taco mayonnaise. This Cajun chicken. For some reason, I don't know why, I kept calling the Cajun like chicken teriyaki chicken. I have no idea why. It was, for some reason, the word teriyaki was just like stuck in my brain for a while. A little bit of cheese and a little bit of lettuce, and then you toast the wrap, and oh, it's nice. It's nice. The cheese gets all melted. One of the great things about wraps, let me tell you this, one of the great things about wraps, whether you're having it as like a burrito or just like, like what I described there, like a wrap sandwich, like a chicken wrap or something, if you have it with sauce, all of the sauce, well, not all of it obviously, but a lot of the sauce is going to collect at the bottom, a lot of the sauce is going to collect at the bottom. So oftentimes when you get to the end, you get like the really nicest part of the wrap of the burrito. It contains everything so well, very handy. It's well balanced. It's so that's kind of one of the things that can be kind of annoying about like rolls sometimes, or certain, even burgers, for instance. Steak burgers, for instance. Sometimes the buns can be so big, or like the shape of the chicken breast, for instance, can be kind of awkward that it doesn't really sit fully. And sometimes when you take a bite of the burger, you just get a mouthful of bread, lettuce, onion, and sauce, and you don't get any of the meat, and that can be kind of lame. But with wraps in general, it tends to be that everything is nicely contained. It's nice and locked in, especially with oh my, like fucking burritos. Oh, those are gorgeous with like fucking Mexican rice and chili con carne and extra. I got the extra hot sauce in it. Oh, that was so good. It was spicy. I'm gonna give it to it. It was like there was times when I was eating it, I was like, oof, okay, let me take a sip of my drink. You destroy a burrito right now. Oh, I haven't had a burrito in a while. I kind of want one. I might get one tomorrow. I might get a burrito tomorrow. Yeah, that. Oh, tasty! You put me in the mood of that now. Or maybe Tuesday. I'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna put, for just how good this stuff is. This is getting put up there. It's kind of hard because like I feel like wraps are used to almost make dinners. You're not gonna. You definitely can make like a bread sandwich that is a dinner and stuff. But like most of these things here, other than maybe the brioche bun, you would use to make like either a breakfast or a wait, no, I read that. A breakfast or a lunch. The wrap, the tortilla, is sort of a little bit unfair because it covers lunch and dinner. Because you can easily make a dinner out of a wrap, and oftentimes you definitely would. I feel like it has a little bit more of an advantage on, say, like the croissant, the muffin, and the banana bread for that fact. But I almost feel like that brings it down because it's not, in this instance, what we're looking at here is we're looking at the bread and we're considering the uses of the bread and how it tastes. But for the tortilla bread to be so good, it requires like sauces, chicken, cheese, condiments, and stuff like that. The croissant, the muffin, the banana bread, you're talking about maybe some butter and maybe toasted, and it's already like so good. So I feel like for that reason, I'm actually going to put it at the end of S tier, if that makes sense. Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you feel like because of how useful a wrap is and how tasty it is, genuinely, that it deserves to be at the top of this list. But I feel like it's getting boosted so much by the additional things you can put in. And you could make the same case for like the normal breads here, but I feel like because of its range as lunch and dinner, it has a bit of an advantage. You're not going to be making a white bread dinner. You absolutely could. Sourdough bread. Ooh. Sourdough bread and soup. Like, this is definitely probably one of the best soup breads. I love, like, you got that crunchy soup. I'd put this in S tier. I'd probably put this here. You love that. No. You know what? Oh, it's... I feel like this might be the new gatekeeper of A. Possibly S tier. That's a really hard one. Irish sourdough bread is really popular. I know a lot of people kind of, when they think of sour bread, they think of or sourdough bread, they think of Ireland. I've had some really lovely ones. But even just grilled cheese with sour bread, yeah, it's so good. It's really, really nice. You would like to try sourdough bread? You totally should. I'm sure you could find it. I'd almost put it up into the S tiers. just because it's a different, it's like a tougher bread, you know. Spent half a lockdown trying to make sourdough. It never quite worked. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. I hope her failed creations were at least somewhat tasty. And the starter smelled awful. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, do I make it the gatekeeper of A, or is it like... I think it's one of the unique breads in that, like, it's a tough bread, you know? It's kind of like the flatbread where it's like a different texture, but like the sourdough is just so nice. The crust is like tough and stuff. And usually, you know, you might not want that with your breads. That's kind of almost like, you know, if your like white bread or your pan of bread gets stale, like, you know, it's tougher, it's not nicer. But with sourdough, like, it's that texture that gives it that niceness. End of S or first of A? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling as well. I don't want to load up S tier too much, so I might keep it there, but like it's almost an S tier, you know. No except garlic bread. Okay. I'm going to distinguish here two kinds of garlic breads that I've seen. There is the garlic roll, which is like a roll with like garlic in the center, and then I've had slices of roll of garlic before, and they were kind of decent, but like the ones that I've mostly seen is like a roll with the garlic, and then there's slices in the roll, and you break it apart. I do not like that kind of garlic bread. I don't know. Maybe it's the brands that I've had where like they were just too soggy. That's the only way I can describe them. You like bite into them, and they're just. Oh wait, it's kind of hard because I want you guys to be able to see the text, but we'll do this. I'll do this for a moment. But so we're currently looking at garlic bread, croissant, English muffin, or the oh god, even though I said it earlier, and the flour tortilla. I went on a big explanation for why the flour tortilla is slightly lower than the other ones because it gets a bit of an unfair advantage. That's like a wrap. That's like a wrap. Like the bread that they use for wraps. Garlic bread? Yeah, garlic bread is definitely very high. It's really good with like Italian foods and stuff. I think I'm going to put it in S. I'm going to put it in S. It's not a bread. It's a bread topping, basically. You can use any bread for garlic bread. Yeah, that's a good point. Like toast it, yeah, definitely. I feel like you definitely need to toast garlic bread. Garlic bread shouldn't be soft, I feel, or like it can be kind of soft, but like the edges of the garlic bread should be crunchy. If you use a good bread, it's gonna be fire. Yeah, like it's kind of. I see what you mean. If like it depends on the actual bread itself, so it's kind of like garlic is just a nice thing with like Italian food. What the fuck is French bread? What's what? I almost feel like I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it here. But like that's just because garlic bread in general is really good. But I've definitely had garlic bread before that's kind of just like soft. Is it just a baguette? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. But sometimes I've had like baguette garlic breads, like they come as a baguette and then you cook them and then you take it apart. And for some reason, no, those were not nice at all. The slices of garlic bread that you could then toast were way nicer. Or like put in the oven. French bread, what the fuck? Like it's French bread, I assume it's going to be fucking good. But like I'm going to put it in never tried, but I just assume it's going to be good. The more we talk of bread, the more hungry you get for bread. I've said this before, but it is unfair how good bread and butter is together. And I know WhatsApp isn't here to complain about me talking about the butter, but there's no reason for bread. Bread is already kind of decent enough, but like when you add in butter to it, to the mix, I bet you forgot about the butter. It like there's no reason, and the worst part about it is that it's not exactly the most nutritious thing. It's not exactly the most nutritious of food. There's like no fucking protein. There's very little protein, but it is really good. It's just really good. I think someone hydrated me earlier. I don't know if I took that, so I'm going to take that now. So the next one we're looking at is that's why you need cheese. Cheese, pretty good. Big fan of cheese. Pita bread. Pita bread. I feel like pita bread kind of falls into like the same place as flatbread here. It's kind of like a... I feel like it would be here, maybe. Toast and butter is so good. As a Greek, you gotta stand pita bread. That's fair. I'd probably put it in the same place as flatbread. I kind of see them as both very similar. I feel like I don't like have these enough to be able to be like definitive, but like they're pretty good. Breadsticks. See, this is the thing. I know in America, like they're all about their breadsticks. They're maybe unpopular opinion, mid. Vegemite toast with butter. I think I've definitely tried Vegemite before, but I know that's like a favorite in Australia. I'd have to try. I feel like I'd almost agree. I feel like it might be like on the top of C tier. It's kind of like it's fine, you know, it's nice. You died when you tried Vegemite. That's the typical reaction from what I understand. But I feel like breadsticks they're fine. They're a nice snack. I maybe put them here instead. At least the sort of plain ones. You've had breadstick with things like added flavorings like olives, cheese. Those are nicer. Absolutely should not use too much. That's probably what happens to a lot of people. They like grab a big blob of it and spread it. What? What is that? Fuck Kia. I don't think I've ever tried pumpernickel bread, and I'm going to be honest. Looking at this bread, it looks like cardboard. Is an amazing bread. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to search for it. I've never had pumpernickel. It looks like cardboard from this image. I've never tried it, so it's going to go into never tried. But I don't know if I want to eat the cardboard. Zucchini bread. What? So, unfortunately, my brain is focusing in on Zuck, and all I can think about is when people were like, Mark Zuckerberg, Zuck. But, what the fuck is zucchini bread? What do you mean zucchini? A zucchini, isn't a zucchini like a courgette? Yeah. Lizard man? Yes, yes, Mark Zuckerberg. The lizard man or cyborg. Zuck. I remember when that was like all the rage. That was like the height of comedy for a while. Yeah, that's kind of what like a pumpernickel bread is. As the pasta trend, making pasta out of veggies. They did what now? I think my friend Magino would like go on a terrorist spree if you heard about that one. He was a professional chef. So pumpernickel bread goes into never tried. Naan bread. Ooh, okay. I have had naan breads that were very disappointing. I've also had naan breads that were like almost made the curries like so much better. And heathen behavior. Like you shred zucchini and call it pasta. That is heathen behavior. They should be burnt at the stake they should be shredded so that they can become their pasta if they wanna play God like that. Naan bread is definitely high tier. Definitely high tier. I've gotten a few different some brands, it's interesting. Some brands can be like thick. Kind of like thick, and you can like almost open them like a little pocket. That's what I like to do when I'm eating some curries. Is if the naan bread is kind of like a thick brand, I'll like pull the naan bread in half, open it up, and then put like the curry and the rice and the meat into the pocket, and I'll make a little like pocket, a little like curry pocket. And I'll eat it that way. It's so nice. I know that like usually you're meant to like scoop up, and I know another brand as well that's like a big naan bread, and for whatever reason like the outside is kind of doughy and then the inside is all like crispy and nice. It's very nice, and I definitely put it up into the A tiers. Pretzel bread. I have tried pretzels. I don't like them. Used to do the same with small pita breads. They were thick enough to stuff them with cheese and put them in a toaster. Yeah, yeah. Pretzel bread. Pretzels is bread. Well, I suppose they just like it's kind of the same like as croissants. Like I'm sure you can make a croissant kind of bread, but it kind of looks like the most. It looks like the type of bread that you draw, doesn't it? It's like if you were going to draw. It has that like crisscross bread look. I've never heard of pretzel bread. That goes into never tried, unfortunately. Okay. The thing with white bread is there's a lot of different kinds. In the terms of you have your standard white pan. If you think of bread, you probably think of white bread. I have also had white bread that is just like white pan bread, but is like, you know, I posted them before, my big sandwiches that I sometimes show you guys, that I can get every now and again. Like savage, unreal. I think white bread goes into A tier. I know, it's maybe even S tier. I know it's the standard. I know it's the basic bitch bread. But it's just good. It is just, I like it. Now, to be fair, there's a range. It's kind of plain, but it's incredibly versatile. It's the classic. Like you know what I like. I could probably do it with all the different kind of breads here, but it's like, you know, if I'm gonna do something with bread, I'm probably gonna use the white bread. And I know sometimes people are like, "Oh no, you should have brown bread because that's better for you." Fuck off. I like the white bread is tastier, but that's because they put more things into it. I know. I don't care. It's tasty. So like I would definitely put it up there. Hello, Starshine. Thank you so much for the head pat. That's very sweet of you. Sometimes white bread hits different. Fairy bread is only acceptable on white bread. Yes, white bread. People will downplay and be like, "Oh, it's so plain." Like yeah, but like now you can use it for so much. I actually love white bread and butter with a fry. Either making sandwiches with the fry, like egg and white bread is so good together. Like not a poached egg or like scrambled egg, like any kind of eggs. They're just so good. And like it's just like for some reason it's like the perfect bread for scooping up stuff. Runny egg. You guys get me. Didn't we already have whole? Oh no, this is whole grain bread. This bread kind of goes into C tier as well. That goes. You're craving egg right now. It's the middle of the night. I'm sorry, guys. This is what you guys chose. And now you have to listen to me talk about breads. I feel like it's a little bit weighted on the high tiers, but there's a lot of good breads. Butter bread. Thank you, Starshine, for the head pat again. Butter bread. I've never heard of butter bread. I usually put butter on my bread. I've never thought about putting my butter in the bread. Is enlightened with the bread opinions. Tasty does have some pretty good opinions. And he has pretty good opinions because it aligns with mine. See, I am the Chad, and you guys, if your opinion differs from me, you guys are the Wojak. Already buttered bread. I don't understand what this is meant to be. I'm gonna put it down and never tried. Wait, there's two kinds of butter bread. That goes there. So these were the only ones that they had on offer. There's a whole host of different breads, but I think that's pretty fair. Let's consider now. Croissant definitely goes up there. If cinnamon rolls, like I know croissants and things are kind of like pastries and stuff, but I would still put them kind of in that broad general category. Cinnamon buns would instantly be up there as well. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Tasty. I'm sorry. Sometimes it can be hard to keep in track what everyone's whatever they are. I am sorry. Suddenly grew a peepee. I didn't know my words have such power. He misgenders us. I'm sorry. Sabao is just bread with sugar. It's used like bread and is very popular where you come from. It was accidentally created and it was so good that they started to make it. In English, it's translated as soft bread or massaged bread. Do you guys massage your bread? You should massage your bread. That's kind of like what you do whenever you're buying a sliced pan, though, isn't it? Like, you kind of walk around and, like, you see the packs of bread and you're like, okay, I gotta make sure I get a nice fresh one. So you just kind of, like, you kind of just, like, grope the bread. You kind of just grab it and give it a little bit of a squeeze, you know? Give it a little bit of a squish to make sure the bread is nice. You're a disembodied name on the internet. No, don't poke me. Don't poke me. You're not fussed about. I don't know. I know it's like sometimes I actually do catch myself, and it's more. I think I'm just like, I default to one thing or the other. To one thing or the other. Massage your bread before baking real. Yeah. Well, you are meant to knead your bread. What's the? Thank you, Lancelot, for the face hold. What's the lusty Argonian made? You smush your face into bread and give it a big sniff. D, I hope you don't do that before you buy the breads. Like you know, the bread has to smell a certain way. The bread has to smell a certain way for D to buy it, but she just walks around sniffing bread everywhere. And they have to throw out all of the other bread. Hi, Pip. Hi, Pip. You got me. It's in a package. You still, like, I still imagine you, like, headbutt the bread. And, like, you stick your nose through the packaging and you're like, this one doesn't smell that great. And you put it back and there's just a big hole. There's a big D nose-shaped hole in the packaging. You gotta sniff before you buy. I do get what you mean. Like, fresh bread has a certain taste. D, that's weird. I could see why someone would do that. Do you not smell nose to see how good it smells? Sometimes. If I'm getting, like, you know, if it's like standard bread, no. But if it's like, you know, that gourmet shit, then yeah. Do you not smell nose when you buy freshly baked bread and you gotta snack some on the way while it's still... Dude, that's the thing, is that, like, you kind of want to make sandwiches or you want to do stuff with it, but there's a good chance that bread loaf isn't going to survive on the way home intact. To see if it's... I know. I knew what you mean. I knew what you mean, Pip. Don't worry. Oh, my tracking is kind of going a little bit... Oh, wait, no. I know why my tracking is going. Is because I have this on the other screen. If I drag this over here... There we go. Now I should be looking directly at you guys. Your nose barely works. The dream is having a baker, Mom, so you can just eat stuff fresh from the oven. But what was the... speaking about bread, what was the... wait, no, I can't do it on that one. Lusty Argonian Maid book. The... did you guys ever play Skyrim? Did you guys ever play Skyrim? Have you guys heard of this? Of this book? No, wait, I think it's volume 2 that you get into the bread one. Will we do a reading of the lusty Argonian maid? Do you guys want me to voice act the highest of literary erotica in that Elder Scrolls have to offer? You get free baked goods for years, yeah, but then you have to look after them in their old age. That's the thing. We need a bread recipe reading. Hang on. Oh God. So there's two characters. There's Crantius Colto, who is an Imperial, and then there's Lifsertail. That's the name of the Argonian. If you guys don't know what Argonians are, they're like big lizard people. This is the... Lifsertail. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, this is gonna be hard to read because I have to do both voices. It's so weird. You meet the guy who wrote it, in Skyrim, I'm pretty sure, and it's like he's a weirdo. Mm. It's all innuendo. Lizard maid maiden. My goodness, that's quite a loaf. Hang on, wait. Do you guys want to see the text so you can see? No, you know what? I'll leave you guys be surprised by it. Then the lusty bread. Yeah, what they're talking about here is they're talking about bread, there, guys. There's no double meanings. There's no double entendres. Double entendre? Yeah, I think no. There's a letter I'm missing in that word. I'm pretty sure. Entendre? Huh? Okay, never mind. Let's do the reading. Act 7, Scene 2, continued. Lifts her tail. My goodness, that's quite a loaf. But however shall it fit in my oven? Crantius Culto. This loaf isn't for baking, my sweet. It has yet to rise. Ah. If only we... If only we could hurry that along. How would I accomplish such a task? Now, I'm going to be honest, this is a very feminine voice I'm doing for an Argonian. Usually they sound a lot more like lizardy. If only we could hurry that along. That's kind of what they sound like. You do Romeo and Juliet. Bread in an oven. Can't fit. If only we could hurry that along. How would I accomplish such a task? Oh, my foolish little Argonian maid. You must use your hands. You wish me to knead the loaf? Here? Of course. But what if the mistress catches me? Your loaf... But what if the mistress catches me? Your loaf was meant to satisfy her appetite. Don't fret, my delicate flower. I'll satisfy the mistress' cravings later. Very well, but I'm afraid my oven isn't hot enough. It could take hours. Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time. End of Act 7, Scene 2. Dude, some of those lines broke me. Cucking the mistress? No, they're making bread. I guess the mistress is getting cucked out of the bread, the tasty bread. Like imagine if you found out that your husband's maid made sourdough together. Your husband and the maid made sourdough and you didn't get any. I feel like that would be such a betrayal. The tasty medley bread. Rua dying while reading this. It's difficult to read these things. How would you guys rate my womanly voice? It's clearly the best you've ever heard, right? I could like voice act. I could voice act like amazing characters in anime. All of the ladies. Make sourdough for someone else. Cheating. Making sourdough for someone else. Deal breaker. 100 out of Q. 100 out of Q. It makes no sense. I had a book collection addiction in Skyrim. I had to collect every book I found unless I had a duplicate. Unless I had a duplicate book. If I didn't have it, then like if it was an expensive book, I'd take it and I'd sell it. But I would collect all of the books and I would fill up my bookshelves in my homes in Skyrim. You did too, Gusto. Gusto, you understand. There's just a primal urge. You made a library? I think I saw that, D. Or maybe I saw it in another game. I did the same thing in Baldur's Gate. Many times my character's inventory, which I do not manage well, got over encumbered, as you guys might remember, and most of the times it was because I was picking up books. I got better. I learned that I could send things to the inventory. You read all the books. I do as well. I actually had to speed through reading them in Baldur's Gate on stream, which was painful, but I had to keep things moving a little bit. You typed too fast. I know. I do that too. But there's just something about, like, especially in Skyrim, the fact that you could own homes and they had bookshelves, it just gave a certain lovely feeling of going there and filling them all up and having them look great. You have a barb human with bull armor to carry them. That's a good idea, yeah. Unfortunately, I had a big, strong red lady who is also a barbarian and has max strength and has the bull armor, and I still somehow managed to constantly over encumber myself. But I do love games of books. I just have to collect them. Well, yeah, we will. I suppose I'll post this on Twitter. I'll post it on Twitter. Oh wait, no, I can directly share to Twitter. Neat. Or thing. Create a bread type, like, no. Oh no, wait, no, that's just making me share the thing of Oi. Okay, I'm glad there was nothing there. I don't think anything appeared that was bad there. You're about to finish a few playthroughs. I only have the one playthrough. But yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I'll post it at the end stream thing. That was a fun little thing. I see why people do. I see why people do this. Do like tier lists. They're really fun to talk through. We should definitely do more tier lists. Bread tier list. Just to make sure I can find it later. Now I'm going to hide this. There we go. Need a sparkling water tier list? It all goes in F. It all goes in F. F for fire. Well, no, actually, no. Fire would probably be beaten by all the sparkling water. You mean angry, spicy water? It just sucks. Who thought putting carbonated bubbles in water would be good? We were done. Yeah, unfortunately, that was all the breads. That was all the breads they had. That was all the breads they had. I'm sorry. We're probably going to be finishing up soon anyway. Who drinks that to quench their thirst? I don't know. Fellow sparkling water hater. D, me and you are just like almost always on point with our opinions. We're both like we are in sync. We are really, really in sync, and I'm very happy about that. If you wanted your water to sparkle, you'd have bought Sprite. Our only difference is the bagel. Is that I think that might be a impassable opinion, unfortunately. I think this is the end of the D-Rua friendship. No. Sprite is so different too. Yeah, it's tasty. Sparkling water sucks. I've met people before who said that they didn't like the taste of water. Like, I do get that there is a taste to water, but like it's the most nothing taste possible. Like sometimes you might get, like, it depends on like if you drink out of a bottle or you drink it from a tap. I hope you have like safe tap drinking water. The first time you tried it, you thought it would be like Sprite. Boy, were you surely disappointed. Water at 3 a.m. is the most delicious water you'll ever drink. Yes. the iced tree. I used to do that. I remember when I'd be like sick, I would basically freeze a water bottle in the freezer, and I would put that by my bedside table in like a little dish so that any runoff water wouldn't go everywhere. And then I'd wake up in the middle of the night being all like sick and like thirsty and like dying, and then there's like a perfectly cool water bottle, like literally still with like half a block of ice still in it. It was a big brained move by me, but it's so good. It's so refreshing. Crispy tap water. That is a nice feeling as well sometimes. You know what I have to say is another great feeling? You know, when you're kind of hungover, not hungover, like you don't have a bad headache, but you know, you're after a night of drink, even if you had like a pint of water beforehand, sometimes you can still be like a little bit dehydrated, a little bit thirsty. You stumble out of bed and you kind of like walk into the kitchen, turn on the cold tap, leave it run for a second, just blah 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 blah. And then it's like your body is getting exactly what you need. Ice water with lemon slices. I do like a little bit of lemon. A little bit of lemon from time to time in my water. It's very nice. In case you get thirsty during the night. You did the freeze water bottles in summer a lot. Fill them halfway and freeze them sideways. Then enjoy the rest. Then fill the rest and enjoy. That's smart. That's smart, actually. I never thought about that. Freezing them sideways and then having like, ooh, I'm gonna have to try that next time it's like summer. But I think I'm actually going to. Let me check real quick. I may. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Hello, Natalie. Hi there. How should I call you exactly? Rua? You should call me by Rua. Rua. I know some people will be like Ruadav. Ruada. Gusta, yeah, Gusta with the name pronunciation, Redeem. What's the raid message, boss? I don't know. Let's try and find or raid target for today. I know no, not Haru. I know Daya was streaming earlier, and he's still streaming. So I think we're going to raid into Daya. It's a bit of a short stream, but I do need to be up early. Men? Okay, fine. You guys can do the men one. You like giving him a nickname because you're lazy to type the name. That's fair as well. Rudas. I sound like I'm some kind of like elven mage. Rudas. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for coming. I know it's a bit of a short stream. My PC was acting up a little bit. I wanted to start like half an hour early, but earlier than I did. But it happens. But I do need to go to Eep. Wait, Brewer? You know what? Yeah, let's go with the Brewer one. Remember, guys, if you guys... Yes, exactly. If you have... I guess you can put Brewer Raid. Will we put Brewer Raid after it? Will we do, like, Brewer Raid? Oh, Brewer Raid. Remember, if you have the sus emote, that's the one you use. Brewer Raid, Brewer Raid, Brewer Raid. I like this. But I was in Daya's stream earlier. He's currently doing some Wordle games. Not to his knowledge, but I raced him in a game of Sudoku that he was already kind of working through, and I finished it in like under 5 minutes. It was an easy Sudoku. It was a very easy Sudoku, but I beat him. Ain't doing that. You don't like the hands. Well, I have to get like a special hand emote just for you guys to... No, that would take up 2 emote slots, so I'm not doing that. That's way too many emote slots. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. It was very nice of you guys for coming along. I hope to see you guys soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I'm not too sure. We'll figure it out. Because I don't do schedules. Someone asked in the Discord recently, like, oh, Rua, when do you push your schedule? Or where's your schedule? It's like, what do you take me for? A competent streamer? No. Add panel artist in credits, boss. Thank you. Thank you, Haru, for reminding me. That's very sweet of you. Thank you, guys. But thank you guys for coming along. Gareb Mila Mahagut and Slán Gafol, and I will see you guys next time. Treat Rua well, or not treat me well. Do treat me well, but treat Daya well. He's very sweet. He's the loveliest diamond boy. So bye bye.